Hey there, YouTube. It's Validane, and if you had read the title of this video, then you would know that this is a review for PDP's Afterglow Universal Wired headset, not wireless. See, there's a wire here. In the beginning, or at the end of the first video that I did, the unboxing of this video, I said that I would do a review. It cut off. You didn't really, but it cut off on a very important part because I was going to touch on some more important things about this as I unboxed it, but it cut off on a very important part, and one of them was me explaining that I was going to do a review about these headphones after I had worn them in for a bit and tested them out, and I said that I would do that within a month or two. Well, I decided I'd do the review early because it's a very, very good headset. And of course, with all great things, there comes a con. Or a con or two, in this particular case. But the pros definitely outweigh the cons, by far. And since we are doing a review, we might as well get the cons out of the way. Now, this is my very first review on anything. I bought an ocarina, but I didn't actually do a review of it. I unboxed it. I didn't do a review of it, though. And I might go ahead and do that review later on in the future. But right now, we're going to focus on these headphones, which are amazing. Now, well, I keep saying that, but you're not wondering why it's dark in here. You may be wondering, but you're not actually wondering. It's dark in here because you wouldn't be able to fully appreciate the gloriousness of this headphone, or these headsets, if it were a bunch of light bouncing around and just kind of like diminishing the value of the LEDs, piercing and encompassing the headband and the ear cups. You wouldn't be able to appreciate that. Plus, you know, it's sitting on top of my microphone just gives it like an aesthetical value, which is really awesome. Yeah, it looks cool. So yeah, that's why it's dark in here. You may not be wondering it, but I told you anyway. Now let's go to the cons, because the cons were one of the first things I experienced when I had used these headphones, but after I got past them, man, amazing headset. So first, the cons. The first con that I noticed is, and I don't know if this will be the same for all PC users, but this was a con for me. I had plugged it into my PC, and me looking for more of an analog or 3.5mm interface rather than USB's universal virtual card, or not universal but virtual card, it gave me some problems, and I'll tell you what those problems are. When I plugged in the USB, first I noticed that of course it powered the LEDs, and of course it had its own virtual sound card, so that overrid the use of the 3.5mm input, which was weird. I didn't expect that. The headset at first went into a mono mode. It would not go stereo for the life of me. I'd done a bunch of tests trying to get it to go into stereo mode, but it just would not go into stereo mode, and it was really frustrating. But I finally got it to work for me, which was really good. I got it, and alright, I got it to play in stereo mode. Both cups had rendered the test individually, and I isolated them both, and it was nice. The second problem that I found out was, and this was the minuscule one out of the major one that I just named, but in the PC mode, the music toggle switch does absolutely nothing. It remains in mono, and I'm not sure why that is, but it remains in mono. I cannot use the bass boost with it. I cannot use my microphone with it. I can only use the bass boost with the game mode, and I can only use the microphone in the game mode, which is fine with me because, I mean, I'm not used to having more than one mode to play games or listen to stuff. So, I mean, it wasn't that big of a problem to me. It may be a problem for other people, but it wasn't for me. And I'm pretty sure both modes work completely different and in consoles and whatnot, which is, I guess, a nice perk whenever I decide to get an Xbox 360. Okay, so we'll move towards the cons. Those are only we'll move past the cons, go towards the pros, because those were the only cons that I had for this, other than the fact that that a natural thing that happens, and that natural thing is called SNR, or signal to noise ratio. That usually happens whenever you have an interference of, let's say, a cell phone or something that's charging or using a USB port that's occupying the same set of USB ports that is in one plug on the motherboard. And usually you could avoid this by getting a high-end sound card, but I didn't get a high-end sound card. I'm using my internal sound card or integrated sound card. So I hear a bit of interference. Well, I did hear a bit of interference from my my cell phone, this cell phone right here, that decided that it was going to send all of the EMI from the components of my computer to my headphones whenever I was listening to it. And I nullified that, which was pretty cool, because I mean, I didn't want to hear that as I was gaming. So got rid of that. That was nice. Then I started using it. Now we will go to the pros. The pros, like I said, far outweigh the cons. First of all, look at the beautiful design on this headset. The blue LED is just illuminating from the clear, strong plastic of the headband, and then from the ear cups itself. Sorry, you can hear me moving my microphone, but I'm not taking it off because I like the way it looks. It looks really cool. Now, I bought this headset for more than one purpose. I bought it for gaming, I bought it for music, and I bought it for recording, which kind of ties in with music and stuff. And I also bought it for movies, which, I mean, some of that goes without saying, but still, I mean, I'll mention it anyway. Let's talk about the bass boost. Now, this headset comes with two modes. One is the natural sound, which how audio is intended to be heard, and then there is the bass boost. And the bass boost is something that I've never experienced before in my entire life. Like, when I first got this headset, I had a bunch of people send me a bunch of links of a bunch of music that I've never listened to in my entire life, and listened to it simply for the bass factor. And the immersive feeling that the bass gave me as it rattled all of these vibrations through my body and gave me this overwhelming sense of, I don't know, I guess it's pleasure, because I've never experienced it before and I really liked it. But this overwhelming sense of pleasure that just encompassed me, it was perfect. I'm not a bass head by any means, but the bass on this headphone, or on these headphones, superb. I have never experienced the cans actually vibrating or rattling, or not. Rattling is a bad word. Rattling means that, you know, something loose, but vibrating or, you know, shaking against my ears from the intense bass that's surging through the speakers. And I couldn't be more happy with it. It didn't deter from the music. It didn't make it It didn't make it sound choppy. I get excited thinking about it. It's a really, really, really good mode. I use it for everything. I probably should have talked about the specs first, but it has two 50mm neodymium speakers, which is really good by audiophile quality or whatever, which is cool. It virtualizes 6 out of 7 of the 7.1 surround sound, which I did not realize it did, but it virtualized 6 out of 7 of the speakers for 7.1 surround sound, and that surprised me. I mean, that's one speaker better than 5.1, but it's, you know, a 5.1 headset, and it's very immersive. Like, it has a closed back design, as you can tell. No sound escapes from it, and no sound comes outside. You know, you can't hear anything while you have these on. For example, I have a mechanical keyboard that is very loud, as you can hear, but with my headset on, I couldn't hear it at all. And I didn't even know if I was typing. I actually had to look at the keyboard to make sure that I was typing, which I've never had to do in my entire life. I don't have to look at my keyboard to type. Like, I know where the keys are. So that's scary, to have to question if you are typing or not. You can feel the keys basically being pressed down, and it's a mechanical keyboard, so the keys already have a light response and tactile feel to them. Because if you know, I have the the Razer Black Widow Ultimate, and it's a very easy to type on keyboard. It doesn't have any, well, it doesn't have much resistance to it. So, yeah, that's scary. Like, yeah, second guessing yourself. It works very, very well with gaming. I mean, I've noticed that my kill death ratio basically spiked up. It was like I could hear enemies in Battlefield 3. I can hear them trying to come up behind me and knife me. And I play recon, so I mean, I like sniping, and sometimes I like to hip fire whenever enemies get too close. And in those instances, I will automatically turn around because I have a high sensitive mouse and just pop a headshot, because I can do that, you know. And I'm still fairly new to Battlefield 3. I just started playing it, but like it's an amazing game so far. And with this pair of headphones or headset, I will call it headphones because I don't necessarily use a microphone for it. Like it's basically non-existent there for me. I have tested it. I don't like the quality. I love my condenser microphone much more, and it's better for everyone else. But I mean, from what I heard of this microphone, the quality isn't bad. Like, it's a really, really good headset and a really, really good microphone. It's retractable. It has a LED on it to let you know what mode you're in. The blue being the natural sound, and the red being the bass boost, which my microphone LED is most likely always red. Now, another feature is you can hold down the mode button, and it will, after 2 seconds, turn off the headband or the cups, and then turn off the headband, and then turn the lights completely off, which is cool. If you don't like seeing the headset on while you're trying to sleep, because speaking of, these are really uncomfortable to sleep in because they're so bulky, and I'm not used to that, so I just take them off. But it's cool. Like, I just turn up the volume and hear whatever I'm trying to hear, and it sounds like speakers, and it's awesome. So much stuff to talk about. Well, I mean, like I said in my first video that got cut off during that very important part, this was probably the best birthday gift I've ever received in my entire life. In my entire life. I say that a lot because, I mean, well, it's mostly true. And it's mostly because I don't necessarily always receive gifts for my birthday or Christmas, since my birthday is on Christmas. So I don't receive 2-in-1 gifts at all. Right? But this year I did. This was this headset, and it was a great birthday present. A really good birthday present. I'm pretty sure there's some stuff that I'm forgetting about this headset, other than the fact that it looks awesome, especially at night. I mean, you turn the light on, it doesn't look that awesome, but you turn the light off, and look at that. And it meshes well with my AT2020 USB cardioid condenser microphone, and the blue LED that's the power supply on the inside. You can see the diaphragm being illuminated on the inside of the mesh, which is awesome. And then it's all black with the little gray here. I don't think there's anything else that I can talk about these headphones. The video is going on to almost 14.5, so I'm most likely going to end it there at 14.5 for 14:30. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this has informed you in the future if you're trying to buy these headphones or this headset. Subscribe and like if you like it. I'll see you later.